Good morning, good morning. I wanted to read a verse from 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, "Do not be bound together with unbelievers, for what partnership have righteousness and lawlessness? Or what fellowship has light with darkness? Or what harmony has Christ with Belial? Or what has a believer in common with an unbeliever? Or what agreement has the temple of God with idols? For we are the temple of the living God. Just as God said, I will dwell in them and walk among them, and I will be their God, and there shall be my people." So, because of the situation that I am currently in, I want to talk about this because this is so strong. And for a lot of people, they don't look at this situation as something important. Um, So the Bible never talks about being unequally yoked, but it does talk about being equally yoked in 2 Corinthians 6:14. Um, Speaking in the subject of relationships between a man and a woman, uh, the Bible never talks about dating, never talks about, it just talks about it's courtship and marriage. You know, uh, we as a body of believers, we need to stop falling into the trap of uh, becoming romantically involved with people that are not of the faith. And I'm saying this because of a personal struggle of mine. Um, you know, to a believer, Jesus Christ should be the most important thing in the entire world. How would an unbeliever ever understand that? Now, just to make it clear, uh, some people are already married, or some people are dating, or some people are in whatever situation they're in, and certain circumstances just don't fall in line with the way they should. But what I'm going to tell you is, if you are married, or living with the person, and you are a believer, and Jesus Christ is the most important thing in your life, then think about this. How could you share the most important thing in your life with someone that doesn't find it important? How could you guys possibly have an intimate relationship and you not share the most important thing in your life? Like, that's a huge struggle for me. That's a big struggle for me, but I understand it. I know it. I know how it's supposed to be. And I kind of feel like people that are living with their partner or spouse, well, spouse is a whole different ballgame, but living with someone that you're not married to and is not a believer, I mean, that's just blatantly spitting in God's face. That is just how I do what I want, and that's it. And to the God that gave you life, you're gonna do that to him? It's something that I just want to challenge you guys listening to this to think about this. This is very important, especially sharing your life with someone and being a ministry. When you get married and or you're a believer and you're with another believer, and you guys are going to get married, and you guys get married, you become a ministry. That's your ministry right there. The husband is the ministry to the wife, and the wife is the ministry to the husband, and then you two can further the kingdom in that way. But to be a Christian, to be a Christ follower, to be a lover of Jesus, and not be with someone that isn't a believer, man, that's a hard life to live. That's a hard life to live. How are they ever going to understand you going to church, you being involved in ministry, giving to the church, financial. How many times do people get divorced for financial reasons? You know. So I encourage you all that if you are in a relationship and they are not a believer, to make the right decisions. And if you are married and your spouse is an unbeliever, keep praying. Keep praying, and I'm going to pray as well, because I know that is a real tough situation to be in. So 1 Corinthians 6:14, 15 and 16 as well. Read that. Do a little bit of study on it. I think you'll come to reason with me like that. God bless.